that I think is super important.
Oh, here's something interesting. You made a comment at the beginning of the call about my videos, and they're done deliberately in a specific fashion. They're done specifically to be low-key, and essentially what you see is what you get. That's who I am. And I think what's happened also with videos, and maybe because of YouTube, and maybe because people are tired of setup and phony stuff, a lot of very successful people in business are doing casual, low-key types of videos.
Yeah.
Just presenting themselves as they are, flaws and all, and
Yes.
you know, just saying, hey, this is who I am, and this is what you get, and you know, if you like what you see and you want to do something, then great.
Exactly.
So what you see is what you get. No surprises.
Definitely. Do you think a lot of videos, some of the videos that I've seen are pretty hypey? You know, they have a lot of hype to them.
Yeah, and that's starting to, and people are moving away from that because people see through the hype, and as soon as somebody's, you know, you think somebody's trying to play you, or you think somebody's trying to, you know, to sell you, then you tend to turn off.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I want to have a conversation with someone, even if it's one way. I want to just be able to feel comfortable that I'm sitting down, I'm listening to someone, I get the sense that they're actually talking to me, and you know, and I want to feel like they're treating me like a, you know, a real person.
Definitely.
They don't see a dollar sign on my forehead.
Yeah. Yeah, and I see a lot of online people in their business. What I see and what probably you see is the lack of realizing that there's a human at the other side.
Exactly.
You know, and I think there's a huge lack of that in like relationship building, which is important, right? I mean,
absolutely.
What you've seen in small businesses, and what you have to do is build relationships. You know.
It's all about relationships. You know, if you have a relationship with a customer, and inevitably something's going to screw up, something's going to be delivered late, something's going to happen that's either within or outside of your control. And what my experience is that if you can't deliver something in a specific time that you said you would, and you have a relationship with your customer, you pick up the phone and you say, hey, look, this is what's happened. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do what I said I can do, but I'm calling you right away, letting you know in advance. And for the most part, people appreciate that. And for the most part, they will say to you, don't worry about it, let's work out an alternative. But that's all based on having a relationship.
Definitely, yeah. And I think a lot of people underestimate people and just think they're dumb or something.
I've done more business and I've gotten into more important doors because I established a very quick, simple relationship with the receptionist or somebody's assistant. And whether it's on the phone or in person, you know, if you can develop those kinds of relationships, it's not always that you need the relationship with the guy who's writing the check. You need a relationship with the people that influence them as well.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So I tend to be nice to everyone.
Yeah.
And I tend to, you know, establish, if I go into a company to work with them for a period of time, yeah, it's always nice to be up and friendly and sincere and know people's names and you know, you're just part of the team. I mean, that's all part of the relationship with the company.
Definitely. It always surprises me with relationship building is the fact that like when I compliment someone or encourage someone on their website, they always return the favor. Like I encouraged this one guy on his website, and he gave me his book, which he sells on Amazon, which is pretty cool. So it just goes to show that, you know, building relationships are super important for business and online and everything. You know.
If you go to the homepage of my site, the ericgilboard.com, which we'll spell at the end of the call.
Yes.
If you go on there, my first book, they just tell me what to do. You can download a free copy of the book, and all you have to do is give me a tweet. There's a special thing on there, and that's the payment. It's just tweet it, and you get to download a free copy of the entire book. And there's just tons and tons of information, lots of checklists, and lots of really solid, specific tips for moving your business forward. But in terms of that kind of relationship, you can start with that, and or you can fill out your name and subscribe to my my marketing tips newsletter.
Definitely. So why don't you spell it out right now?
Okay, it's ericgilboord.com. So it's EricGilboord, ericgilboard.com. Or if you plug in Eric Gilboord into any search engine, you'll get hundreds and if not thousands of links to me.
Yeah, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
And I look forward to getting questions from people, and I look forward to requests for a conversation. I mean, right now I'm offering a free 1-hour coaching call. It's a $200 value, and go into my site and check out the coaching aspect of it and fill out the form, and I'd be happy to offer someone a free coaching call.
That's what I did, and I'm super grateful. I mean, I've learned so much from this call. I contacted you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I definitely suggest for you guys listening to go ahead and go to his website. Don't be afraid to ask. I see a lot of people are afraid to ask questions when they don't know, and I suggest you ask him. I suggest you ask him about marketing and anything else that you need help with, because he's an expert with small businesses, and so I really suggest you go to his website and interact with Eric himself too.
Strategy is really important, and knowing what your business is, what business you're in, and what it is that you really do for people, that's key. And sometimes it's a couple-minute conversation with me, and I can help somebody move their strategic thinking forward. I mean, sometimes you're thinking that your business is X when it's really actually a very, very different business. And sometimes you just need to make that switch, and all of a sudden you can go from $100,000 a year to $1 million a year just by making a fundamental switch in how you think about your business and how you present it.
Definitely. So before we wrap things up, is there any last words or any last message you just want to shoot out there? Or
yeah, there is. Be very, very careful as to who you hire or even listen to in terms of marketing advice. Everybody has an opinion. I mean, lately what I've been hearing from specifically non-marketing people, i.e. people that have no idea what they're talking about, what comes out of their mouth quickly is nobody reads brochures. That's the big line lately, is nobody reads brochures. Well, if that's true, then all the people that are spending billions of dollars a year on brochures are crazy. Nobody reads, then what the heck are you doing in front of your computer, staring at the screen? Clearly people read. It doesn't necessarily mean that people read everything.
Yep.
And what it also means is that if you're going to communicate, then highlight certain things. Allow someone to be able to scan through what you're doing. But to believe that nobody reads, so therefore you put very little copy into a brochure, is ludicrous, because at least give me the choice of reading the information or not. If the information is there and you don't want to read it all, then don't read it all.
Yep.
However, if I want to read the information because I'm obviously interested in the subject, then at least put the information there, because if it's not there, I have nothing to read. And the theory that, well, if they want more, they'll go to my website. Great. What are they going to do when they get to your website? They're going to read.
Yep.
So why don't you just give them the information in the first piece that you're giving them? It doesn't mean that you have to give them everything. It just means that you have to give them a reasonable amount of information. So I think that when you're at an association, or whether it's social media, or it's at a networking function, or you're with a group of friends or associates, there will be lots of people trying to give you marketing advice, and just consider the source. That's all I'm going to suggest, is you really think about whether these people really, truly know what they're talking about. Because for the most part, I will tell you now that 98% of the time, they have no idea what they're talking about. Or whatever it is that their experience was isn't necessarily transferable to you. So I would be very cautious, and I would be looking for people that actually truly really are experts and really do know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So that's my soapbox rant for the day.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. And hey, maybe we'll have another conversation. I'd look forward to it.
Definitely. And yeah, I just want to say it's been an honor, and I thank you for taking time off to do this, and I appreciate it because you're all the way in Canada.
Yeah, we're in Toronto.
In Toronto.
But I travel quite a bit, so I'm open to coming to. We take our events to lots of different places and seminars and workshops and whatnot. And if anyone out there is interested in bringing me in as a speaker, visit the site, check out the different kinds of activities that we have, and give me a shout.
Definitely.
Happy to come and visit. And the other thing is that amongst your readers, if they want to start sending you in some questions, and we want to do a second call based on questions that you're going to get, I'd be very happy to do that as well.
Yeah, that sounds great. That's a great idea. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions for Eric that are a continuation of this, just let us know. I mean, that's exactly what we're both here for, is your help and your success. So
maybe what we can do is we can do a conference call or something, and a bunch of people can share in what we're doing.
Definitely. Yeah, so let us know, guys. We'll throw around some ideas.
Fantastic.
Great. Thank you so much, Eric.
My pleasure.
It's been an honor.
And we'll be talking to you again.